What's up, guys? So today let's talk about Saving Mr. Banks, which is the retelling of the actual thing that went down between P.L. Travers, the author of Mary Poppins, the books, and Walt Disney during the inception of making Mary Poppins in 1964 becoming a film, and the arguments that they both have. And this is one of those movies that is a recreation of like what happened in the 60s, but it also does a thing where it talks about P.L. Travers as a child, and it gives insight into why this writer doesn't want the rights to go to Walt Disney, to a person who is commercializing everything, and she doesn't want her thing to be a part of that, and she doesn't want to have any differences from the book. So I love how this story it's a very hard story in terms of like how they interpret P.L. Travers, because she seems like a really not cruel person, but she seems very demanding and very pushy. But also Walt Disney was like that too, but just in a nicer way. So I thought that the plot overall was very interesting to this. And Emma Thompson in this is one of my favorite roles I've seen of her, and I think she's a good actress anyways, but she really sells it as this kind of unlikable person. Like, I really like how she really sells herself into this role, and she's very, very good, and she very, very much so just really personifies who this person is. And I knew nothing about P.L. Travers before this movie, so I'm not the person to look for real life accuracy in terms of like the story, and I know there's things that are not the same, but I really did love her performance, and I loved her interpretation of this character. And Tom Hanks, of course, Tom Hanks plays Walt Disney in this version. That's really awesome, because the way that Tom Hanks plays Tom Hanks is great, and he is typical Tom Hanks in this, but that's great though, because he's honestly really, like, he's good in the movie, but like it's more about her story. And I like that they did that in with a Disney movie where like Disney doesn't always shy away from mistakes, and I like that they point out Walt's mistakes in this and things that Walt Disney wouldn't want to have really shown. Like, for example, whenever he smokes, you don't see it, but you know that he smokes in the movie, and it's something that he doesn't want kids to be shown. Like, he doesn't want that to have, like, for kids to do that. So I like that they do that as well, and I liked how they show just how at odds these two characters were, and how they really both wanted a certain thing, but it's just interesting to see how the resolution goes with these two characters and what they do at the end of the movie. And all the performances are great. The use of her looking back in her past is really great. Colin Farrell is really great as her father. A role that people don't really like. If people talk about this movie, they think of the two main leads, like Tom Hanks and Emma Thompson. But Colin Farrell is really good in this too, and he's really, really good in this movie. I liked him a lot. So I feel like he's equal to the other two. And overall, this one just did a great job of being a very interesting story interpretation of like what went down between the two. So I really enjoyed Saving Mr. Banks. It was just a very interesting story, even if it's not completely fully accurate. I think that it's a good movie, and it really works with the performances. And everything, I think, really does sell it. Like, it is a very good movie that works on a lot of levels. So I really did enjoy Saving Mr. Banks. Tell me down below what you think of this movie, and thank you guys so much for watching.